Essentially, parkour is what you make of it. It's a form of expressing your body using the environment. I'd run up to benches, run up to garbage cans and just like slap my hands on it and try and get over, failing miserably, failing horribly, falling on my face, you know, that whole gig of everybody, you know, just trial and error kind of thing.
Josh is a lovable goof. Like, he's super creative, really talented, high repertoire of flips that he's comfortable throwing like at height and on concrete. Really creative guy. He's always coming up with new little slight modifications to moves, not because he wants to impress anyone, but because this is something that he feeds on.
Since I was a teenager, there was just a slow slip into kind of a dark spiral with depression. I had, you know, my teachers had diagnosed me with ADHD, so of course they threw me on Ritalin. It gave me horrible anxiety. It stopped my eating habits for a long time. Spiked my insomnia, which I still have to deal with. I needed a change in my life. I noticed that I was slipping further and further and further, and if I didn't make a change, I'd just end up probably ruining my life. Parkour was shown to me so that I left that current state that I was in and then made a new approach on life.
I feel like parkour breeds ambition without hubris. Like, I feel like if you've been doing it for a while, you know exactly what you're capable of. You want more, and you see what more is.
Everything that I did that we would consider bad, I just pretty much quit instantly just so I could focus on doing this art, and it took a lot of focus. It took a lot of struggling to do to get past some of those obstacles, but you know, just like in parkour, that's what it's all about, right? Life hands you obstacles and we find ways of getting over them. 6 years later, I'm now here. I'm now coaching people. I'm mentoring people. I'm guiding people towards, you know, trying to live a healthier and happier life.
Talent attracts talent, you know? Like, he's been able to coach a few classes at Origins, and I've seen him grown as a coach significantly.
Can I explain? Okay, thank you. So, when we do our dash progression, remember the first one is this, right? So that's what you're gonna do. Then once you come down, you're gonna go 1, 2, and then up, like that. Then you come over to here, and then roll over that, all right? It's a huge reward to see people succeed. I love the fact that I can push somebody to overcome an obstacle that might be scary for them. I see a lot of kids, and I have kids come in, they'll cry, they'll weep, they'll sob, they'll get scared, they'll shake, doesn't matter, but I'm here to tell them, like, I'm not gonna get you to do this unless I know that you're capable of it to begin with. And second of all, I wanna see you succeed because I know that once you do, you're gonna be so much happier and you're actually gonna realize I could have been doing that a while ago.
Origins, I'd say, has been instrumental in sort of bringing parkour to the mainstream in this city. Like, when you have a brick and mortar gym and you have an address and a phone number and a website, people trust you more. We've been able to bring so many more people that we wouldn't have been able to attract and get involved in this sport, and there's so many more people that are in love with parkour because Origins was around to give them a lesson, to give them a safe place to learn.
The community in Vancouver is actually very, I don't know, it's very unique, you know. I really like how everybody approaches all of their steps. Everybody's very together. They all want to challenge each other. They want to conquer challenges together. It's not a competition. It's not very like, oh, you did this before me, now I'm kind of upset. It's like, good, now that you did it before me, I know that that's possible. So we kind of all feed off of each other, which is really cool. Honestly, at the end of the day, I would really like for just everybody to know what parkour is, so people aren't still asking us what it is, we're not getting kicked out, people understand what we're doing and they know that we have respect for our environment, whether it be public or private property. Parkour is one of the best ways of expressing yourself. You know, you hammer all of your emotion into something, you put all of your effort into something, you know, your blood, sweat, and tears go into something like this. And once you accomplish it, it's like, you know, the sky's the limit. Yeah, parkour, it's, you know, it's life for us. It's something that I've been waiting for my entire life. It's something that I've been naturally doing, but just didn't know that it was just a sleeping dragon just waiting, right? Because you can't predict the future. I never would have thought everything would blow up the way that it did. I just took a chance. I said, you know what, I really enjoy this type of movement, and you know what, I guess it worked out, right? So that's the biggest thing for me, is I had to go through those struggles to find out what's gonna balance me out in the end. And in the end, it was parkour. Every single time somebody asks me, it's like, what was your first impression of parkour? And it's just, I get chills all the time, every single time, even as I'm saying it right now. It's just,